morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, and we have here today
Oliver.
Oliver, and welcome, guys. Today we are going to do red lentils and butternut squash soup. That post you have seen Friday, yeah. And we are going to show as well different substitutes, what to use. If you are here today, please give us hello, say, comment that you are here, who is here. That will be brilliant to know who connect with us. If this is not the right time for you, don't worry, this video is going to be saved on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. So please go to our YouTube channel and see, because we have already some videos saved there from the classes we run online, like our all fitness classes, and we think that's a quite good resource for you to use it. Okay, guys, so do you have the ingredients? If you don't have all of them, don't worry, because just I said we can substitute. If you don't have something like we have, please write in comment, and then we are going to respond. We are going to answer the questions as well. So what do we need? We need a pot, yeah, basically, because we are going to do the soup, so we need a pot. What else do we need, Oliver?
Carrot.
Yeah.
Onions.
Yes.
Butternut squash and garlic.
Garlic and red lentils, yes. So just for your information, guys, these lentils are red. These ones are brown, but they are the same lentils. The difference is that they have the peel, so if you will peel it, as you can see, for example, one is here, doesn't have the skin on it, and inside they are exactly the same. So sometimes people call them just peeled lentils, and this they call brown lentils. So the length of cooking time is a little bit longer, this one. Red lentils are very fast, and they are much sweeter and easier to digest. So for example, if you have babies or people who struggle with their digestion, use the red lentils. Okay, this is just to you for your information. And if you don't have lentils and you want to use the chickpeas, you can use canned chickpeas. So that's the chickpeas which are dry, and basically I can't use them now because I didn't soak them overnight. So they are not ready to put on my soup for today. But if you have 1 can of chickpeas, yes, easy and nice to use as well. Okay. Now another thing, if you don't have onion or garlic, and you just want to make up something very quickly, you can use dry or like garlic flakes and onion flakes just to make flavor. Okay, maybe now during this super crazy time it's hard to get garlic or onion, and if you get your spices, then always ready to use in the kitchen. Also nice to add to the sauces. And for today, I'm going to add a bay leaf into my soup. It's not a big portion, so I will just use 1 leaf or 1 leaf bay leaf. I will use some cumin seeds, so that's basically that, just a tiny bit, but it's not compulsory, it's just to add the flavor. Little bit of salt, little bit of red pepper, and that's the same. Okay, and now this is optional ingredients. If you want to add fresh parsley, okay, you can chop and add the parsley just before to eat. But for make the flavor, you can just add this bit to the soup and take it off before we blend at the end, okay? Because that's not gonna be nice. This is just to make the flavor. Some people use, for example, dry vegetables, and that makes life much easier. I have some vegetables dry here. So basically I have carrot, parsley, parsnip, and I think celery here. I cut them and I dry it, and I keep them like that always in my kitchen, and they smell amazing. Want to smell, Oliver? Smell. This looks like instead of hello, Leon. Want to smell? What's that, Leon?
Yeah,
Look
no
at
idea.
dry vegetables, okay guys, and instead of using a cube stock, some people can use dry vegetables like this, is another option. So I'm lucky today because I found carrots, onion and most of the ingredients in the shop. Okay, let's start. If you have seen the recipe was attached to the post, I will later add as well. You can use some oil, like for example rapeseed oil for cooking. The olive oil we don't recommend because doesn't survive even with the high temperature. It's gonna get burned if you start to warm. So we recommend to use rapeseed oil. I'm not going to use oil. I don't use oil in cooking, and I will just stir, and you will see that's going to be amazing. You can add splash little bit of water. Okay, so we have our bucket just to collect all the organic materials here, and we will start with the garlic and onion because they are going to be first on the pot. Okay, if anyone struggles with the garlic, we are going to press the garlic with our hand like that. Yes, Oliver? Press it. Yeah, good. Did you hear the crack? It was like crack. If you hear this crack, that means that the garlic will be easier to peel. And we just take from the side. So cut this bit, Oliver. You can do it with the hands, or you can just cut this bit. You can cut this bit.
I'm gonna eat it.
This one.
Okay. I'm gonna eat it.
After we cook, yeah, after we prepare, now the garlic, Leon is quite strong. Yeah, we are going to make the soup now. You can use just one garlic. I will add two. I'm going to be, or maybe I will just use the one here.
Good.
Good. If you cut this bit, it will be much easier for you to put the garlic on the, no. Put the garlic and try to keep the fingers back, yeah? Do you want me to help? Put the fingers back. Well done. And now you see it's easier to peel. Good. So always when your child is holding something and is basically cutting, you need to make like a bridge. Yes. So we are having fingers behind. Yes, in the middle. And we are going to chop the garlic, the very small pieces. We are going to blend careful. Okay. We are going to blend the soup anyway, so it's not very important to have this garlic in tiny pieces, but it's quite important if we are minding about the time. Okay, the garlic is going to be later. First we are going to do the onion, and we don't need, this is a really huge onion, so we will just need a half of it. Okay, so Oliver, how will you manage the onion? How we can cut the onion? Yeah, bridge. It's quite big, yeah? You have a small knife.
I know I can deal with it.
You can deal with it. Amazing. Amazing. So the question about dry vegetables, guys. We normally will dry the vegetables. And also, if you can't dry your own vegetables, now Oliver, it's just you guys started to talk, and I will deal with it. Well, normally, wait, this is how kids will do it. You see, guys? I just wanted to read the comment. So this will be quite difficult now to cut if we will need to do the onion. So when we cut the onion, we are going to go with these lines. You see, Oliver? It's that direction. So what we do, we hold it. This is quite difficult because this onion is, take the fingers please. This onion is wet, it's fresh, okay, just from the ground. So you can imagine that my fingers are slipping, and we don't have even the dry, we didn't have the dry shell on it. So it's very difficult with this onion, especially for kids, so I will do it. And then we go opposite direction.
Then it'll be so easy.
Yes. Yeah, the another onion, which will be drier. This onion is super wet. just super wet. As you can see, it's very, very difficult to cut.
But so many parts.
Yeah, and we start to cry already because it's so strong. Whew. Do you feel it, Oliver? Do you feel, or it's only me? Oh my
Oh,
God.
I feel it too.
Okay, let's help me now. You want to help me? Yeah. Good. Okay. In this time, when I will put my onion on the hob, okay, and the onion should get golden. I'm going to stir because I said I didn't add oil. I don't cook with oil in my own kitchen, but you are free to add some oil, and then your onion is going to be brilliant roasted in golden color. Okay, so I'm gonna keep an eye on here. Now, Oliver, you want banana? Let me give you banana, Liam. Oh, you're a monkey.
It's not a monkey.
Okay.
He just loves
Okay.
bananas.
At this time, when we are going to do the onion, we are going to ask Oliver to check how we can measure and how we can know that we have 125 grams of red lentils. Here we go, Liam, your banana.
Why is black here?
Oh,
Yeah, because it's kind of sweet.
yeah. Okay, that's fine. Now you have banana. Okay, Oliver, I'm going to wash my hands from this onion.
I don't need to. I did cut it like this.
No.
I didn't cut.
Okay, so red lentils, we need 125 grams, yes? We have our scale here, and if this is fun for kids, where do we switch on? Do we have a switch on button? Well, there are the batteries here. The button is always here in front of you, if it's gonna work. Well, I checked this one today, and it was working. Okay, so we need to do Tara.
38.
Yeah, that's the weight of our ball, yeah? So when we put this ball on the scale,
It's 38.
that's yeah, okay, so we need to press the button. Press it. Brilliant. And now we need to be very slow. We need 125.
Okay, are you doing it?
Yeah, 125. Very slow.
A 108.
Yeah, don't worry if you will have a little bit more. 125.
125. 21. 21. 25. 125.
Wow, you are amazing, Oliver. So good. You have done that. Brilliant. Okay. What do we need to do before we are going to add our lentils?
126.
We need to wash it. Okay? I recommend always to wash.
This is 125.
Because it's okay, don't worry, you can just leave it. We need to wash because you will see that this is not really great. So if I can ask you, Oliver, do you want to move the chair and you want to stir it here, or do you want to wash?
Wash.
You want to wash the lentils? Okay. So we are stirring our onion at the same time, and if you can see, or one second, we're gonna move here to wash. If you want to see that our onion is already getting golden, it's nice, smells amazing. So now, when the onion is almost ready, I will add a garlic. I didn't add a garlic before because garlic is smaller and takes less time than an onion. Okay? So we just stir it here and leave it for a few minutes. And then we are going to wash our lentils. Yeah? Okay? Ready? We are washing the lentils. You can see the water gentle, gentle. You can see the white water coming from it. Oh la la, you can see the water, Oliver?
Yeah.
Look at the color of the water. Wow, you see guys? That's why we always need to wash our lentils, okay? So I'm collecting the water for the garden. Yes, Leon? Oh, really?
Don't talk about cat now.
So we are washing the lentils until the water is gonna be clear, because these lentils are still, you can see that now is much better. Okay, now we are getting to chop our carrots and our butternut squash, okay? Because the onion is almost ready. I'm gonna put a little bit of water there, just a splash. Nice. Okay, how we deal with them with the carrot? We cut the front and then the back. Yes.
Cut the back.
Yeah. Did you cut the back?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, we can cut it even more this bit. And then how we hold and how we peel, Oliver. How do we peel? Okay.
Sometimes in the middle.
Yes.
It'll be easier.
Yeah.
Then we do the back when we just finish the middle. Okay, now
then we turn. This peeler is not really good. I had here another peeler thinking that's gonna be better. Do you feel comfortable with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Oh, you are a star, Oliver, doing brilliant.
It's kind of hard.
It's hard. Sometimes, guys, depends on the peeler, really. This one is ceramic, but I think that it's like not smooth. This one was much smoother because it's moving the head much better. But yeah, sometimes it depends on what kind of peeler we have at home. Yeah? Brilliant. Done. Okay, so what do we do with this carrot peel?
Put in the bin.
Put in our
It's in the bin.
our organic bin, yeah? Brilliant. Okay. How are we going to cut our carrot now? Firstly, we go with the, so we firstly do half, yeah, and then bridge, or you can cut whatever you want, to be honest. No, careful, make the bridge, or like that, yeah?
That's not right.
No, it was hard, because the knife is quite small. I didn't want to give you a huge knife, Oliver, but as everything, sometimes you think that you want to protect your kids, but then you give them wrong tools. Okay, smaller, because if we are going to do even in the middle, and then we chop, that means that the carrot will take much less time, yes? Okay? Brilliant, okay? I will take these bits. Want to do the rest of the carrot?
Yeah.
And I'm adding them. Oh, wait. Now, so firstly, I will help you. I will do the cut. If the carrot is strong, adult needs to help, okay? And then you go in the middle. Yeah, if you can do it with this knife. Careful with the hands. You are so confident. Not everybody is confident in the kitchen, guys, and this is time, well, basically to start to work with your kids in the kitchen. They can be scared from the knives, and that's totally normal. Just try to explain them, show them maybe some videos how kids cut as well, and they will get much more confidence. This guy is that confident that I'm afraid that he's gonna cut his fingers. Okay, let's do this now. Guys, if you want to see the onion, even without oil, look at how beautiful golden onion I have. You see? So
Golden with carrots.
And I'm adding carrots as well. Brilliant, done. So this carrot is done. Yeah, okay. What else do we need? We have one more ingredient, Oliver, yeah? Butternut squash. Okay, I peel this butternut squash. Why? Just don't confuse you guys because that is green instead. So as you can see, little bit of the peel here, and it's little bit different. It's much softer, so I don't need to use the peeler. But imagine you have a peel here, so it's full of peel. I will basically go around like that, like maybe peeling the pineapple, or if you have good peeler, you can still peel like that. So that's your choice. And later we just want to get easier, so we do the same. So we do the half, and now Oliver, you can slice like this, and then each slice you can maybe even go smaller. As I said before, if you cut vegetables much thinner and smaller, takes less time later in the cooking process. Okay, I'm gonna help you, Oliver. Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah. No, keep it here. Keep it here. We are not gonna walk from the side. You just do your bit, and I will do mine. Okay. If you guys have any questions, you can ask in comments. And this soup is very nutritious. And butternut squash is very rich in vitamin A and beta-carotene. And as you know, that beta-carotene is very important for us. Vitamin A is so important for us, for our sight, that we can see in darkness. So this soup is delicious and is sweet. You can use sweet potato as well if you don't have butternut squash soup. And then you will probably use less lentils, a little bit more water, because the potato has a starch. Okay, so I still didn't add my water. I'm gonna mix all the vegetables here together, and they will release their own water. So I have medium heat is 5, so it's not full heat, just to help to release their own water. We're gonna add the rest of the butternut squash. Then I will add 1 bay leaf and little bit of parsley, but that's not what I said. I'm going to add just the stalk, and I will leave my leaves for later on when we're going to serve the soup, okay? And so what's the plan? We are not going to stay in live with you while your soup is cooking. We are going to be back in around, I think, can take 15 minutes or so. Okay, so that's my stock. How is, oh my god, this is so tiny, Oliver. Okay, brilliant. Can we do, can you take this one and I will take that one, yeah? Yeah, how is it? How is going? So you can see that he's doing so well, and I feel that because this butternut squash is much thinner, it's very flexible. As you can see, I can even bend it. So it's not the same what you have in UK. That's why maybe Oliver is doing that good. Because normally it will take much longer to chop it. Yeah? You have done small?
You just have to put them in parts.
Parts, yeah. So how much water do we need, guys? How many milliliters, Oliver, is in 1 glass? Do you know if we have normal glass like that? How many milliliters of water do we have?
200.
You are so good. Has 1 glass. Okay, we're gonna check the maths. If I need 600 milliliters of water, how many glasses of water I need to add?
3.
Are you sure?
3 glasses.
How did you find out that? Why you say 3?
You told me 3 last time.
Okay, good. Well done.
This is more.
You are doing amazing, Oliver. Okay, so 3 glasses of water we are going to add to our pot. So I'm just stirring to combine everything. And I'm not adding red lentils right now. I'm going to wait. Well, you can use, guys, water from the kettle. So here I have 3 glasses already. I don't have electric kettle.
That's 600.
Here. That's 600, yeah. We don't have electric kettle. The water is cold, and I'm going to increase my, let's say, my fire, my hob. I'm going to add the water, and when this water is gonna start to boil, then I will add my red lentils. Okay, and then you can see that maybe I have put much more butternut squash, that I don't have enough space for the red lentils. The lentils will absorb the water as well. So let's say I will add more water, because I see that when I'm gonna add red lentils, it's going to be too thick. But that you can always add and play with the water, because if you have hot water, I could have hot water from another pot anyway. Okay, guys, so I'm leaving you here. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm closing my pot for around 15 minutes. And well, until the water is going to start to boil, I'm going to add my lentils, red lentils, and then you will see when everything is nice and soft. Okay, I will wait for you. And later, what do you need? It's just a blender, like a hand blender. And we will blend the soup. So if you have add your stalk of parsley, you remember to take them off. And also if you add your bay leaf, you need to take it off before to blend. Okay guys, see you soon. Hello back. Hopefully your amazing soup looks like mine, so everything is nice and cooked. Please remember now to take the rest of our parsley, and you need to find your bay leaf. Okay, so don't start to blend with this guy inside, because the soup will become bitter. If you leave this, the taste is quite okay. This depends on your blender, but it's all, this guy needs to be out. Okay, so I have taken all. Now it's up to you if you want to add salt or red pepper. Like, I'm not fan of adding salt to my meals. I'm so weird now. No oil, no salt, what that girl is doing. So it's up to you if you want to do it. Yeah, I will add some black pepper to it. Now, anyway, if people who are eating, they miss the flavor, they can still add, okay? Even if you have extra virgin olive oil, you can still add just before to eat. So don't heat the oil. You can serve the soup with fresh parsley, and also kids love pumpkin seeds. Sometimes just like dry like this, but it's really good to add on the top of our soup. Now, I didn't call here olive oil because the soup is hot. And this is quite tricky for kids, so please, if you want that your child will help you with blending, then wait until the soup is gonna cool down, because the hot obviously can burn their skin. So my soup is that nice and soft. I will start to blend. So we go from the bottom first. Okay, my soup is not very thick. We don't like very thick soup. And also you need to have in your mind that when that will cool down, still the vapor is going up, so you can see that it's still evaporating. The liquid always is going to be thicker when it's cold, okay, when it's cooler. So just make sure that you have nice texture, and even if there are small pieces of vegetable somewhere, still is fine. This is not puree for the babies, but some people like very, very nice and smooth texture. Like I like very, very smooth texture. If this is like, if you find the soup has too much liquid, you can always add some potato to it, or even if you have potatoes like a leftover, or you want to add some little bit of pasta. This is a good trick for kids, because sometimes kids only like soups with pasta, and if I will have like small thin pastas, I could even add them here to make my kids happier. They are happy to eat like that. I will serve them. So when I have the bowl here, it's noisy. So if I will serve them the lunch now, I will just basically wait until that's going to be colder, because this is so hot. Okay, but what I will do basically, as 2 slices of it, I will add tiny bit of parsley on the top. They love it. They don't like the stalks, but they like the greens, and add a nice color as well. Parsley is very rich in iron and vitamin C. It's very nutritious, so we should add fresh parsley to our soup. And now the most important bit is the fat, to absorb the vitamins, which are dissolved in fats like vitamin A, D, E and K, and that's the reason I add my seeds now. Okay, so I'm not adding oil to cook. I don't burn my oil. I will basically add seeds. They are gonna go inside, and that's nice plate for them. This is the pumpkin seeds, everybody knows, yeah? Some of them they have green, some of them they have they are out of shell. So that's basically pumpkin seeds, nice matching with our delicious soup. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Check us on our YouTube channel, and if you stay on Facebook, if you know that we have emotional chat, so it's about emotional eating, about how to cope with emotions during this harsh time. At 7:30 on Monday, we are doing a live chat when I can provide you with some tips and information how to deal with this kind of cravings and foods, and how to stop eating constantly at night and stuff like that. So if you want to join us, be with us on Facebook 7:30 on Monday, and have a good weekend. Bye.